Hi guys, this is Arielle from the Tree of Life Tarot. Um, this one card reading, is really provoked from a conversation that I had with a young adult yesterday, and from a post that I received on my blog. I think it's the same symptom, the symptom of somebody who thinks they know more, who thinks they know better, who thinks that challenging what you're saying is very important, and that their view of the world is the right view of the world. I drew a card because I got a tad concerned about where things are going with these type of people. And what I got is the King of Swords. So the King of Swords. First, let me try to paint the picture of what the issue is from what I see it. You have these young adults who are out there into the world, thinking that they figured it out, or that they're very capable, that they know that they can manage. The problem with that is that they are in the mental. They're all everything is in their head. The world that they see is through their head. They're not in touch with their feelings, with their gut, with their instinct. They don't have the wisdom to say, okay, so maybe what I see is not the whole picture. It's my view of the world. Let me go and see the other person, how they see things. And if the way they see things is something of help to me, this is very dangerous, because we have these people out there into the world who live literally in a parallel reality. They do not see the world as it is. They see it as they think it is. And that's a huge problem. I'll tell you about, you can read on my blog about the lady who thinks she knows better how to read my cards, even though she hasn't channeled. And when she gets to read the Akashic records, and when she gets when she starts to channel, then she will see that maybe things are slightly different than she thinks they are. But I'll tell you now about the other problem that I not a problem, the other conversation that I experienced. When you when I'll give you the contrast. When I start on a journey to do something, whatever it is, the first question that I ask is, who can do this better than me, and whom I can delegate this to? These are two very important questions. They're business questions. In personal life, you can ask, who has gone through what I've gone through, what I'm going through, and who can help me with that? Very important questions, because people who are successful, they're not successful because they they won the lottery, or they came up with this $1 billion idea, and all of a sudden they built a Facebook. No, they came up with an idea, and they went on a quest to find the person who is going to do the job for them, or who is going to help them stand on their knowledge, going through in the indigenous tribes, in the Indian tribes. There is a lot of connection with your roots. a lot of asking for advice from the people who are older than you, the people who doesn't have to be older than you but have gone through what you're going through. And that's key here. The problem that I witnessed is that there are people out there into the world who think they know better, who think they can do it on their own, who think they're more suited to do it on their own. And that's not how successful people live in the world. You, at the end of the day, at the end of the day, and that's advice from my own mom. You have a head on your shoulders. If someone else tells you you do this and you do it, that's on you that you did it. So at the end of the day, you decide what's right and what's not right for you. However, it's a huge and it's very important to really listen to people with more experience. Because if you think that you know better than them, more than them, you are closing yourself and them to receiving information when you need it, receiving signs from the universe when you need it, and the universe is sending you signs all the time. People that are in their head and thinking that they know more, they don't see what's in front of them. The signs are there, but they do not recognize them. So it's very important, and that's a huge advice that I'm giving. Probably the lady that sent me the message on Tumblr, on my Tumblr blog about the better interpretation of my cards is going to come again with a different meaning of what that card is. But here it is really, get out of your head and listen. Start listening to what the messages from others are. Because if you don't listen, if you don't hear what others have to say, especially people with experience, you do not enrich your life with knowledge and wisdom from others. People who want to be successful, they go with this is important. They go with I have done this because others have helped me. And I'll give you one more example. Example of the opposite. In the past couple of days, I did have a person explain to me and to some other people concepts, ideas, practices that I've been doing them for 6 years. For 6 years, day in and day out, this is my job. Like literally, if someone comes to me with a certain type of issues, I will coach them through that with my eyes closed. And this person was explaining those concepts to me and to the other people in the room. And even though I do know all that, I was paying attention. Maybe that other person will say things differently, will find value in that practice that I do, will find value in a different way. And I did find helpful things. I did find the personal perspective that was put out was really interesting. So my advice to those who really want to be heard, who really wants their opinion to matter, who really wants to have a to 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 show that they know, and especially to those who wants to have a recognition that they know. That stems from something else. Again, it's in my domain of coaching, but to those people, please listen. The leaders are not the ones who talk first. The leaders in any situation, in any room, are those who listen first, what the others have to contribute, what the others have to say, and then form an opinion, then form a decision on their own. So hopefully this will be of help to others, and talk to you soon.